Hey, I'm Sherazad, and welcome on this first episode of this new series, Amazing Youth. Series where I will be traveling the world to meet up with amazing young people who decided to get out of their comfort zone by moving abroad or by creating something amazing in their country. For this episode, I went to Seoul, South Korea.
I am Leslie.
My name is Tana.
My name is Luana
My name's Keeda Nader.
My name is Calies Phillips.
Je m'appelle Cynthia.
My name is Georgia Messer.
I'm V, also known as Vuyo, my government name.
If you come to Korea and you don't speak any language, it's totally fine, it's up to you. But in my case, I believe that when you come to a new country, if you want to really integrate with the community, you want to live here and you want to have a great experience like a local, I would definitely suggest you to learn Korean.
La Corée est très proche des États-Unis. Du coup, il y a beaucoup de Coréens qui sont partis faire leurs études aux États-Unis ou en Australie ou dans des pays européens. Donc il y a quand même pas mal de Coréens qui savent parler anglais.
The only places that you can actually survive without knowing Korean are kind of the city. And like once you want to go to like Busan or Jeju, you probably won't find anyone who speaks English, or you mostly won't find anyone who speaks English.
Especially if you want to work other than English teacher, if you want to do anything, you don't speak Korean, bye-bye.
Here there's so many things to do, and I think Koreans are very, very creative. So like each city has their own beauty, has their own charm. So there's always like a different city for a different mood, kind of like. And I haven't experienced that like in any other city.
There's so many things to do for everyone. It's not just like only if you like K-pop. I don't like K-pop, I'm sorry. But still, I find it so entertaining to like, let's say, go on a food tour and do so many things. And my friends like from other countries as well, they find something they are really interested in Korea. Everything is open, everything is available. Like when I even go to Europe or let's say Central Asia or anywhere, everything closes so early and it's just you have nothing to do. But Seoul especially, like you can do whatever any time of the day.
Night culture.
Night culture, yes.
No, Seoul is the city that never sleeps. People are always out doing something. It's really fast-paced and busy, but that's what I love about it. Sometimes it can be exhausting, whatever.
I am Kazakh, but I rarely communicate with my people here because I realized that if I want to be with Kazakh people, I can go back to Kazakhstan. But when I come to a new country, even when I was living in Dubai, most of my friends were locals, Arabs, and I learned so much. I discovered a new world for myself through their lens, and that was amazing. But if you really want to have a genuine good relationship like friendship with a Korean person, it's quite hard. I learned that I would rather stick with foreigners because we have perhaps similar mentality. So I have lots of Korean friends, I have lots of foreign friends, but the closest people are foreigners for me, I would say.
En fait, le truc c'est que souvent on arrive tous tout seuls, on connaît personne, on est tous loin de notre famille, nos amis, et il y a un choc culturel qui se crée aussi et tu te sens un peu seul quand tu arrives au début, mais comme tu te sens seul et que tu n'es pas tout seul autour de toi à se sentir comme ça, tu crées très vite des liens forts avec tes amis.
I was surprised that there's a really big foreigner community. Like there are a lot of Facebook groups for like expats, or there's a lot of Facebook groups for just African Americans or just like women, and like there's a lot of different communities here for us.
As a foreigner, you need to find little loopholes into forming or developing friendships with locals. When I just got here, I only had foreign friends, but that's not what I wanted. And so she invited me to join this school club we have called the SSC Club, the Speaking Society Club. And it's basically a club for foreigners and Korean students to make friends.
Foreigners that we've met have been like, they've been saying that, oh, I haven't made really any Korean friends or anything. It's mostly because like some of them expect the Koreans just to come up to them. Because there's some people in the club that do not hang out with the Koreans in the club still. But we like put an effort to text them after the club meeting. A lot of effort. Invite them to hang out. Like recently, we invited like everyone to Latte World. Not everyone's coming because tests.
It's actually pretty easy for me because like it's like they want to talk to you. You know, like they're like, oh, like sometimes it's just because they want to practice their English, but a lot of times it's just like they're a lot more freer. At least in my experience. They'll tell me things and like they'll like ask me like, oh, so how's it in America? Like, is this okay? And it's like, it's kind of, they want another outsider view aside from their friends that all have very similar views. So they actually like, they approach me like pretty easy, especially like women. Like,
but do you build relationships?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Relate, like, as in like friendship?
Like, do you go, do you go out with them?
Like, yo, you want to go to a cafe with me
today?
I can.
Okay.
I definitely can.
I'm quite the opposite.
Yeah, same.
Like I interact with Koreans well, easily, but we're friendly people, so it's very easy to do that. But relationships, no. I find that a lot of my relationships in Korea are foreigners.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of Koreans that I meet at least already have like a perception of how an outsider acts or their kind of personality or whatever, and that's what they're like stuck with in their heads, I guess.
Maybe just because like I'm an American, so they kind of expect me to be a lot more like free-spirited, if you may, aka how is life. They kind of expect that, like the men, like they have like this idea that I'm super easy just because what they see in the American media.
Yeah, I feel like Koreans, they see foreigners a bit as like intimidating, or they don't seek for you for a long-term relationship, maybe for like fun. I know this sounds really bad, and I'm not saying everyone is like this, but most of them.
And it's not to say any bad things about like Korean men or Korean women that date foreigners, but a lot of the time what my friends have told me is that it's really just to fulfill the fantasy of, you know, I'm with a foreigner. So at the end of the day they end up falling in love with the Korean person, and then they find out, oh, it was never going to be anything really, because they already know that the family's not going to accept this shit. So not this shit, but the relationship, you know what I mean.
I mean, you'll definitely find people here that are dating foreigners, but like if we're speaking the majority, the majority is that.
Yeah.
For the 11th year in a row, South Korea has had the highest suicide rate among OECD nations. The changes in society and economy have put significant pressure on South Koreans, with the youth trying to fit into a modern world and the elderly feeling out of place.
한국은 주변 사람들이 열심히 하니까 자기도 옆에 사람만큼 열심히 해야겠다 이런 생각이 많이 드는 것 같아요.
These students study hard. On average, they'll do 15 hours a day.
저희 한국 사회는 너무 일단은 경쟁이 치열하고 1등만 기억한다고 해서 문제가 가장 좀 심하다고 생각하고요. 그리고 좋은 직장에 들어가기 위해서도
Really, we have a lot of privilege, especially as exchange students, educationally, because we do not experience the pressure that
Koreans do.
Enrolled full-time Korean students do. Well, at least I don't.
The company I work in, they treat me so well because I'm a foreigner. Sometimes it's quite hard living here. It's a very stressful environment. Like when you come here for fun, for traveling, it's the best. But when it comes to work, I would say stressful environment for working. But now I think they're kind of changing the laws. They're trying to like lessen the working hours.
Like if you are a Korean teacher with Korean citizenship and you're teaching English in Korea, you don't have the whole, like at least half of what we have most of the time, honestly.
beautiful country. I love it. It's a country that my heart feels at home. I feel at home.
Because you're not, like, they don't expect anything from you. You're not part of their community.
Yeah.
So you pretty much, like, you live here, but not really.
Yeah.
You're like marginalized from the rest of the society. So like, if you plan on staying here long term, it's pretty difficult to actually adapt to the whole, like, culture and everything.
So if you're looking for the long term and you're not going through like you're not going through, like, for example, I'm American and I'm not going through an American company to work here, it would be hard for me to work here besides being a teacher.
Let's say you have a trouble with a Korean person. Thankfully, never happened to me. Hopefully, it will never happen to me. But what I've heard from my friends in many cases that when it comes to police, like if the situation happens and you guys go to police, you're gonna be the one in trouble basically. Almost no matter what trouble it is, they're gonna go with the Korean side.
Il y a certains endroits aussi, ils acceptent que les Coréens. Ouais. Il y a des restaurants ou des boîtes de nuit ou enfin des endroits où c'est réservé que aux Coréens.
You have to cope with the fact that you're never actually going to fit in. Like, you could live in Korea for 10, 20 years, and because it's 97% Korean, you're never actually going to fit in.
Vous pouvez partir, partez. Franchement, que ce soit en Corée ou ailleurs, je recommande vraiment à tous les étudiants de partir au moins un semestre pendant leurs études. Je pense que ça peut même être décisif dans tes choix importants plus tard, que ce soit sur le plan pro ou privé.
Don't be scared. Take that. Don't move to, like, another multinational, multiracial country. Go to a country where, like, it's really gonna challenge your soul and your being as a person. And I feel like that's what Korea's been for me. A whole ass challenge. The strength I have gotten. They are so accepting. Well, most of the people that I've encountered, at least, are so accepting of, like, the different people there are in the world, and love the fact that we are interested in their culture and want to move to their country. And I think to them that's inspirational, and it makes them want to learn more about the outside world, because a lot of the people that I meet in Korea, Koreans especially, don't know much about the outside world.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Like, just go.
As you said,
Stop.
don't.
Just go
Yeah.
for it. If it doesn't work out, I always said I can come back home.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong if things don't work out in the way that you want. You
And
tried, and you'll never. I can't say never. I think you'll have a bigger regret not going for it than if you decide to. Yeah.
There's only something positive that can come out of it, even if it's like you have, for some reason, a bad experience here. Like, you grew stronger. You can grow stronger from it. Yeah, you learn from it. Exactly. So it's only positive. So just if you can, go for it.
Take the leap.
There you go.
Okay, thank you, girl.
Bye bye.
We are the girls, or the women. We're women. We're
Oh my
grown,
God.
of at the Soju Black on Instagram. Don't laugh, sir. You can find us. We're a podcast clearly talking about the lives of expats abroad, and we bring on people, and we had Sherazad on today.
Sherazad.
So yeah, that's us.
Starter, Jonah Gumby. 이러다 진짜 못하지 갱생 끊어야지 적심삼일 캠페인 이름이 뭐였는지 몰라 baby 취해서 줘버려 내내 꿈dream 또 이상한 생각만 해버려 오 사탄아 좀 아이디어인 오 형수님 오 재수씨 오 베개 해야 돼 이대로면 지옥 자기야 래퍼들처럼 나를 바라줘 정신 차려 병신 나는 멋있잖아 대체 그렇게 되니 제맘 먹였고 나면